Hey.
There we go. YouTube, are you working today?
Is YouTube working?
Yep, it's working
Is it
now.
working, Patriots?
It's working now.
Hey guys.
What is up, people of the internet? It is me, Real American, back in with the new
What
stream. And that
what's
is...
real Texan and Tyrone?
Wow, thank you. So, I hope everyone's having a great day. I'm having a great day myself on this beautiful September 18th, 2025. Of course, we're joined by Real Texan Politics and Mr. Tyrone, the usual suspects.
Hello.
So, we have a lot to talk about today. We have a lot to talk about with everything going on in the world.
Yeah, we got Tory Mills, all that stuff.
We got to talk about Tony Gonzalez blowing up his camp. Well, I should say setting his campaign on fire, but
Allegedly, according to the current revolt.
yeah, so lots happening in the world, everybody. So before we get into today's stream, don't forget to like, subscribe, share with your friends, and of course, join the channel today. Great way to support the content. If you have any questions or concerns or want to support the channel even further, the best way is sending super chats via the chat. Again, I will read through as much of chat as possible, but usually super chats are the best way to get your questions answered. So yeah.
Yesterday was a big news day.
Yeah, American Nerd for 2. Is it true rap that they fire Kimmel? They suspended him. All right, let's get into it. That's kind of the first big story yesterday. Jimmy Kimmel's gone.
So it was
Bozo.
from Sinclair that owns some ABC stations, not all of them, but he's basically fired.
Yeah, so they suspended him because what happened is a bunch of local ABC affiliates, they were saying, no, you're not gonna post that crap. You're not gonna do this crap on our television stations. And I think it's Nexter and Sinclair, was it?
Right? Something like that, yeah. And also, Disney is the one that owns ABC.
Yeah, and ABC was kind of forced, or Disney was kind of forced to fire him because their local affiliates were in open revolt. So
yeah, I think Kimmel was already on his way out.
Oh yeah, I think it was because like his ratings are way down. No one gives a shit anymore. But that was I thought
they announced that they were gonna cancel him at some point, but
I don't know. But like his ratings were down like 100%. Nobody cares anymore. This I think is just a valid excuse for them. Be like, well, he's trying to get us off the air. So.
Yeah, I mean his entire audience were like 65, 70-year-old liberal boomers.
Yeah.
He had the same audience as Stephen Colbert.
Yeah, and they're all dying out, figuratively and literally. So, American Nerd for 2, celebrate good times. Come on, yep, it's a great day.
So that basically leaves Jimmy Kimmel, Seth Meyers, and I guess John Oliver, and maybe Jon Stewart as like the last of the late night hosts.
Yeah.
Plus, we also want to count like Graham Norton, but Graham Norton's in England.
He was put on a hiatus. Yeah, but he's done. He's throwing a shitstorm behind the scenes. He's done.
Well, he was thrown on a hiatus with the caveat that he would have to apologize to Charlie Kirk and donate to TPUSA, and he's already said he's not doing it. Yeah, he's refusing to do it, so it's done.
Yeah, it's done. It's literally just over. Like his career is done. He's not going to yeah.
So now the liberals are boycotting Disney.
Oh yeah, 2 months ago they were saying no, you can't boycott Disney because that's racism. But now it's like no, we must boycott them. It's like their first good decision.
Everyone's canceling their Disney Plus subscriptions and
who'd watch that shit?
No one's going to Disney World anymore, Disneyland, whatever the fuck.
Glitch EV for 2, Antifa's finally been designated as what they are, yep. Dixie wrecked for 5, a moment of silence for the tens of people sad Kimmel's off the air. Yeah, I mean, literally he was broadcasting to like a dozen people at this point. Nobody gave a shit. Except when he said stupid stuff like this. And let's be clear about one thing. It's not that he was trying to make a joke. It's just the way he was framing it. It's like, dude, that's not even a joke. He was literally
he's not a comedian. Well, yeah. he's a political commentator that
he
makes
thinks he's a comedian. But the only thing funny about him is how fucking awful he is.
Yeah. He's pretty shit. He's pretty bad. But the thing is, again, if he just made a shitty joke, and that's one thing. And Tyrone, fix your freaking mic.
Bro, I'm in a motherfucking Dairy Queen right now.
Yeah, but like we hear everything.
Well, can't really do much about that.
I know, but I'm just saying, like, I literally hear everything. But yeah, I mean, like, the thing with Kimmel's, he literally was saying, this was a maggot Republican. That's what he was implying. Or that's what he said. He said it's one of their gang members or whatever. Gee. What do you think was going to happen? Even if the FCC didn't threaten you, which they kind of did, but they really didn't go that far, they probably going to shit can him anyways. His ratings are down the toilet. And now you cause this shitstorm? Really? Alex Maddox...
An extremely convenient way for Disney and ABC to fucking axe him.
Yeah, they've been trying to do that for a while now, but it's like they literally can't. But now it's like, oh wait, he's gone. He shot himself in the foot. So, Alex Maddox for 5. The media is more upset about Kimmel getting canceled over Kirk being killed. You can't hit the media enough. Also, the blatant hypocrisy of liberals. Yeah, I mean, listen, it's not, again, people are saying, Will, it was a joke. First of all, did anybody laugh at that joke that he made?
It was never a joke. They say it's a joke to cope for the fact that they have been trying to fucking lie it. They have been saying that he was a MAGA Republican for what, over a week now?
Yeah.
They're full of shit. It's the same stupid fucking narrative. Like I've said before on stream, the leftists in the world, and especially the media, they live in their own prescriptive reality where they think what they say is true and it's contrary to actual facts within realm of reality. And they think no matter what, if they say he's a MAGA Republican, everyone's going to believe it. And no one fucking believes it. So that's why you have clowns like Jimmy Kimmel fucking acting like a retard on the air saying he's a MAGA Republican, because they're so fucking disconnected from reality and what actually happens. They believe this bullshit.
Yeah.
And when everyone says, no, you fucking suck, he says, well, the audience doesn't know better. Remember all the times he's gotten into trouble because he's insulted his own audience?
Yeah. I mean, like, they were going to shit cam eventually because people were going to, even I think ABC, they were getting sick of this guy.
He's a grade A asshat who hates his own audience and hates everybody that isn't part of his immediate media circle jerk. And now that he's gone, because he's one of the quote-unquote highest-rated TV show hosts of all time.
Bullshit.
Which is absolute fucking nonsense, by the way. The fucking media complex is upset that he's fired because Disney and ABC found a reason to can him.
They pulled his ratings.
You don't hate the media enough, guys. You do not hate the media enough. You do not hate the fourth column enough.
Right here. So, again, this is like... Hold on, let me pull this up. These are the ratings for Kimmel's show. All right, like this is literally what the ratings were for Kimmel and all their shitty ones. So hold on, I got it right here. He literally, like, look at this. Jimmy Kimmel is getting a 0.16. That's awful.
He hasn't been funny for the longest time.
He was never funny.
I think he was funny at one point, but in my opinion, at least, I could find humor in a lot of older people's stuff, but he hasn't been funny since like fucking 2016, 2017.
Yeah. I mean, these ratings 2015. Suck. Why do you think they canceled Stephen Colbert? It's because the ratings are going down the toilet. And they're probably going to go after Jimmy Fallon now. And the Tonight Show is going to go down the toilet too.
Yeah, you know why? Because Trump won. Most people just don't have trust in social media, and they don't have trust in these leftist fucking hosts and social media broadcasters, because they see that in retrospect, their trust was meaningless to them because they lied to them about COVID vaccines, they lied to them about the economy, they lied to them about jobs, the Democratic Party and all their media associates lied to people for years, and people don't want to reward that behavior anymore. And I think something that's really interesting and observable with guys like Colbert and Kimmel is that as soon as the right actually starts winning, they think that we're suddenly losing harder than ever, which is why they're acting the fuck out.
Well, this is the first time.
We're getting actual wins for the first time in a long time. And they now magically think that we're actually losing, which gives them a reason to go as fucking hard as they think they can be. And they just look like a bunch of idiots.
Well, I mean, like, that's what I was going to bring up. It's like, this is the first time possibly in their lifetimes that the right pushed back at something. And actually, not just, it said they were going to. They actually did. And they shit-canned Jimmy Kimmel. And more than likely, Stephen Colbert's gone later this year. And then probably Jimmy Fallon. I mean, like... That's what you get. I mean, look at these ratings. How can anyone say, yeah, he was still so popular? This is bad. This is pathetic. got to this, but
he was so popular, we canned him for having some of the worst ratings throughout his career, guys.
Yeah.
That's how popular he was.
Like, even at his peak, he was like a third-rate host compared to like the Late Show and the Tonight Show for obvious reasons. So, all right, American.
You want to know why actually good late night hosts like Jimmy Fallon have stayed in business for so long? It's because they don't go overtly political or overtly preachy with their fucking beliefs. That's why.
I used to like Fallon, but then like he did go into political stuff a little bit, and that's when his ratings tanked. Like his ratings were really good before he went political, kind of, and then yeah. Anyways, American.
Well, I mean, Jimmy Fallon still has a job. Jimmy Kimmel doesn't.
Yeah, but his ratings are still pretty bad. American Nerd for 2. Disney losing money is always a W because of remakes. That's true. K-Cub for 5. It's really funny how people are boycotting now because of how Kimmel got canned, but yet it was perfectly fine and justified that Tucker got canned. Yeah, I mean, these same people celebrated Tucker getting shit canned for no reason. I mean, he had some of the highest ratings on TV, and they shit canned him because of reasons. You know why he got shit canned? Because the Biden admin was going to go after Fox News. That's what happened. So, Nick for 5. Did you see that Eric Kuhn was made chairman and the CEO of TPUSA? Yeah, we'll get to that in a second. Christopher Gooden for 2. The trusted bro media is dead. Yes, American Nerd for 2. Late night shows have been dying because of streaming. Well, that's part of it, but because they just suck now. They just suck. Eric for 5. If Alex Jones could get sued for $1 billion, they could get sued by Kirk's family. Kimmel's ratings sucked, and he's more trouble than he's worth. I mean, he was never even that funny. I never found him funny at all or entertaining. Not really. So, that's my opinion, but... Alright, so, as for that, here's the thing that nobody's mentioning. People are saying, like, oh, the FCC can't actually do that. Here's the thing, they actually can. And I think, what's the FCC chair's name again? Is it Carr?
Yeah.
Well, he explains last night, like, hey, like, companies like ABC, NBC, CBS, they have this license. And Fox News or CNN doesn't, all right? There's, like, certain licenses they have, and they don't. Well, there are regulations that have to follow. And one of them is you cannot spread horse shit like this. That's like a thing, like, this is the public airways. You cannot spread purposeful bullshit. That's what the excuse they're going to use. And, like, that's a regulation they have to adhere to. And they didn't. So, what's the issue here? His ratings sucked. Nobody finds him funny anymore. His comments was a stain on the network. And now the FCC was after them for actually breaking the law, or regulation, I should say. I don't get why people are defending him so much. Why? Anybody actually know, like, I know, like, Democrats because, you know, Orange Man bad, but seriously, what's the actual reasoning? That's the part that I'm confused by. Like, what's the actual reasoning for this? Anybody know? Anyways, Man Milk for 2, free Ricky Vaughn, he only posted satirical memes, oh gosh. Anyways. Carlson praised Nextstar for cutting all of Kimmel's shows and their ABC affiliates before he's canned. Yeah, so. It feels so good that they're the ones crying about cancel culture. Well, it's not even cancel culture. Well, at least not compared to what Democrats are doing. Democrats, what they would find is a tweet from 20 years ago of, like, some edgy shit you posted and get you fired for it. That's not what's happening here. What's happening now is it's people that are celebrating Kirk's death or lying about it, and they're facing consequences. I'm not into that stuff, but that's what's happening. So, yeah, it's not the same thing at all. Alright, I wish the FCC chairman didn't say anything and Trump admin would not be involved. The market will take care of Kimmel. Well, no, you had to pressure them. You had to set an example like, no more of this horse shit. And Nextstar, they needed Trump's backing for merger stuff. So that's what happened. Again, like, the optics at some point does look kind of bad, but does anyone really care? I don't think so, but... Alright, so, as for Jimmy Kimmel, he's done. Rip Bozo. Pack watch alert, it's done. Don't gotta worry about him again. Now, he might try to sue to get his job back, but I don't think it's gonna go anywhere. Okay. In other news, I think the bigger story yesterday, though, came from the White House. So, Real Texan, what did Trump do yesterday with a certain organization?
Well, he declared declared Antifa a terrorist organization.
Yep, it's official. Well, he said that he has designated them as Antifa. He has designated Antifa as a dangerous, a sick, dangerous, and radical left disaster as a major terrorist organization. I will also be strongly recommending that those funding Antifa be thoroughly investigated in accordance with the highest legal standards and practices. So, they're not just going after the front groups. They're not going after like the militias and stuff. They're going after the NGOs. They're going after the front groups as well. They're going after all these bullshit organizations like Antifa, where they're burning stuff down, they're looting, they're rioting every day. I mean, Portland is still like filled with these people. And Trump is going to say they are a domestic terrorist organization. And aren't they also a foreign organization too?
Yes.
That's what I thought. And that's probably the loophole they're going to use. Like, this is a foreign group. We can declare a terrorist organization. That's what they're going to probably do. I'm assuming. Because it is a foreign organization. It comes from God knows where. But
it's like Germany or something.
That explains it. Always the Germans. But yeah, so Trump has declared that this group is a terrorist organization. Good. I mean, listen. You have a right to be anti-fascist or whatever, but if you're involved with rioting, burning shit down, stabbing people, like, you are a domestic terrorist. If you're peacefully protesting and you're saying you're anti-fascist, whatever, I don't care. This is obviously meant towards those that claim they're anti-fascist or they're part of Antifa and they're burning shit down. That's what they're... That's what the Trump admin's focused on. So the ones saying, oh, they're going after free speech. No. If you're burning down cities, what do you think's going to happen? Okay, Antifa was the main rivals of the NSDAP. Oh, gosh. Well, that explains it. K-Cup for 2. This is the one time I'm happy to work for Nextstar. A glitch EV for 2. I support canceling people who are violent. Yeah, I mean, if you're saying dumb shit on Twitter, like actually calling violence and stuff, not good. Not good. But yeah, so Antifa is... I don't think he's declared it yet, but he's going to, I'm assuming, when he comes back from the UK. Is he coming back today or tomorrow? Anybody know?
Today, I think. I'm not sure. Or probably tomorrow. I don't know.
Yeah, I'm assuming right when he gets back, he's going to declare a terrorist organization. That's what I'm assuming. I think they're already working on it. I think they're already going after these people. They've already begun to investigate it. And oh boy, the backlash that a lot of the left have had over this. What did Crass's sign say again? Let me pull this up. Because
well, I probably can't even say it myself now, but
let me pull this up just for context, because this is how deranged these people are. He
said, "I am the terrorist organization."
Yeah. He said, "I am Antifa." Dude.
Nice job, rap. You're gonna beat the FBI's gonna beat.
Oh yeah, sure, but like the FBI, I'm quoting somebody else. I'm not actually part of Antifa. But you have Kress and Stein going on Twitter, and this has like millions of views right now, saying, "I'm involved with this group. I'm against fascism." Yeah, you can be against fascism, sure, but this is a literal organization. Like, don't they have an actual website too? Like in Portland, especially. I'm pretty sure they have websites, like they have organization, and like how do you think they schedule the protests and stuff? Oh no, I'm assuming they all get together randomly. Yeah, sure.
It's George Soros, you know.
Well, we'll get to the NGO stuff in a second, because that's the other part Trump mentioned. They're not just going after Antifa or these front groups. They are going after the NGOs. They're going after these pieces of shit funding this crap. K-Cup for 5. Did you see Pope Leo say democracy is not necessarily the perfect solution to everything? How much you want to bet he's a target for the Dems now? I don't think people care. Like, I think it's, Democrats might complain, but I don't think they really care about what the Pope says, so. Satan Slayer for 5. This move is brilliant by Trump because now it means anyone funding them would be funding terrorism. Yeah, and that's the big part about this. Whoever's funding these groups, which we actually know, I'm working on a chart as we speak, we can go after these people now. Because they are funding domestic terrorism. That's what this is. Can we cut the shit? This is not a peaceful protest. Listen, I'm not saying everybody involved with these leftist groups are not all of them are violent. I'm not saying that. But a sizable chunk of them are professional antagonizers. They're the type of people that burn stuff down. They're violent. They're rioting all the time. They're burning shit down. They took over Portland years ago. It's like, that's who these people are. And, well, I began to look more into these NGOs because, listen, I did not expect to be going down this big of a rabbit hole, but basically I've been trying to look at how much these NGOs really fund stuff. How much are they involved with, like, the Salt Lake Queer Armed Group, which for those that don't know, that's the group that might have had knowledge about Kirk's death beforehand, because they deleted all their Instagram stuff beforehand, like within minutes or whatever. The leader disappeared. They're scrubbing all the websites. And, well, look at this chart, everybody. Look at this. This is a real chart that I had to make. And, does anybody notice anything? I'll pull on stream. Put up the chart. Yeah, so I updated again because I looked more into it on some stuff. And there's way more. This is still a work in progress, but, this is literally like the conspiracy chart from, like, it's like the average conspiracy theorist. Like, that's how crazy this is. Let's see. American Nerd for 5. Antifa is not the same as anti-fascists of the 1930s and 1940s. I hate how everyone just forget about the sacrifice the World War II generation made. Yeah, again, you can be anti-fascist, but that doesn't mean you're part of Antifa. It's LARP.
Anyways, what do you notice on there? George Soros.
Yeah. So I got off track by the super chat. But yeah, at the very top, let me pull this up, let me zoom in. At the very top of the chart, and you can confirm this, it's George Soros. And it's a Gates Foundation, it's the Ford Foundation. These are the three big ones. There's a couple other ones, of course, but these are the three big ones that, they're the ones pushing the shit. Okay? The Gates Foundation, not so much, but the Ford Foundation, especially the Open Society Foundation, these scumbags are the ones funding this radical agenda, okay? And again, for those that don't understand how this works, the blue is the Ford Foundation, red is the George Soros, green is the Gates Foundation, purple is all three of them. And, you notice how many groups are involved here? How many, like, I gotta count this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, holy shit. 11, 12, 13, 14, like, if you include the, like, China and, like, Cuba, there's, like, 30 groups on this one chart. Directed towards one organization. It's not even complete yet, by the way. There's, like, 20 or 30 groups on this one chart. All directly or indirectly connected. This chart looks insane. I know it does. I know it does. This is a TLDR Data Republican post. Yeah, that's a good way to put it. I mean, basically, what's going on here is these groups, these foundations, these bullshit NGOs, they're funding all these groups, whether directly, like this Tides Foundation, or indirectly, like March for Our Lives. Right? I mean, this is insane. Look at this. And it all connects around one person. And we'll get to that in a little bit. Reid Hoffman. Who's Reid Hoffman?
And George. Well, all connects around one person, George Soros.
Yeah, George Soros, of course, but like that's the top guy. It all stems from him. And of course, Bill Gates and the Ford Foundation. What do the colored arrows mean? That just means like the Gates Foundation's green, Open Society means red, Ford Foundation's blue, and purple is just all three of them. Because they're interchangeable. American Nerd for 2, so they were involved in Kirk's assassination. Okay, let's be clear about this. Just because a group had funding that went somewhere else, that doesn't mean they shot Kirk. Let's not go schizophrenic about this. But it's indirect funding, or just flat out direct funding to these radical groups that are killing people, that killed Kirk, that has potential involvement. We don't know for sure. We're getting more information about that. It looks likely that they knew about it. So, Charlie Howard for 5. This isn't recent. They've been pulling this for over a decade at least. This administration should investigate and dismantle all of them. Oh, they've been doing this for 30 years. They've been doing this shit since the 90s. But it's gotten really bad since the last, like, 15, 20 years. Man Milk for 2. What must refresh the Tree of Liberty again? I don't know. Don't forget his son, Alex Soros. Yeah, but let's be honest here. When you say George Soros, you include his son. When you say the two, it's like they're interchangeable.
Yeah, remember, his son's going to be getting all the money.
Yeah, I mean, I think he's already running the groups, actually, if I'm not mistaken.
Oh, yeah, because, I mean, let's be real, George is, dying, basically.
Yeah. What does this chart consider to mean connected? Is it financially connected? Most of it, yes. It means financially connected. Sometimes it just means like they work together. Sometimes it's like membership, correlation. It means stuff like that. You know, it's like they support them indirectly or directly. But they're all connected one way or the other. And this is crazy. I mean, they're funding all these groups like the ACLU. Everybody knows that. They're all, for some reason, they're funding that. And the ACLU, they're funding other shit. And then you got like this Tides Foundation funded by everybody. It's going to BLM. It's going towards a literal Cuban network. I'm not even exaggerating. You're having money end up from the Bill Gates Foundation, from the George Soros Foundation, from Ford Foundation. It ends up to this bullshit foundation, and it ends up going to, take a guess, the National Network on Cuba, which is a Cuban group. This is a pro-Cuban, Cuban-backed organization. And guess who they support? These armed queers of Salt Lake City. So you're having all these foundations, indirectly or directly, funding this group. Or supporting, I should say. RICO. Yeah, it's time for RICO charges. This is insane. Look at this. I mean, every group is, like, involved. It's intertwined. BLM's funding this shit, too. March for Our Lives is a big scam. This is what's happening. And there's multiple different pathways. Like, Planned Parenthood is funding it directly. You have the National Education Association, which, by the way, why are teachers funding this shit? Or the teacher unions? Why?
Well, because I guess March for Our Lives and whatnot, you know.
No, they're funding Equality Utah.
Oh, wow.
And I of course, March for Our Lives, too. But even then, it's like, why are they funding that, too? And, like, it ends up in a radical group. It's insane. It's all interconnected one way or the other. I'm still working on it. But this should give a good example as to what we're dealing with here. And why the RICO case is going to take a while. Because of this. You have so much interchangeable bullshit going on. This is stupid. That's what we're dealing with. American Nerd for 2. I feel like I'm watching the JFK movie with this. Oh, gosh. American Nerd for 2. Bay of Pigs 2.0, but the version Ike wanted. I don't think the Bay of Pigs version is a good idea. Just my opinion. But yeah, so overall, you have 3 major foundations. There's more, but this is just simple. This is simplified because it's getting crazier by the second. The more you look into it, and it's all going towards one person. Who's the one person in the center? Everybody. Anybody know who that is? I'm not talking about Soros. Who is that lady in the middle? Or I have no idea what he is. He's like transgender.
I think that's actually a transgender.
I don't know. But for those that don't know, this person was he or she, I don't even know at this point. They worked for the ACLU, WICA, these other Democratic groups, and basically she was trained by the ACLU, the WICA, these other leftist organizations as an organizer, a community worker, and look at how many organizations she either established a chapter for or founded. She established the Utah chapter for March for Our Lives. She established the Pink Pistols, another militia group. She founded a student group for the PSL, the PSL, and she was the founder of the Armed Queers of Salt Lake City. This one person started like 5 different radical groups. She basically got groomed by the ACLU, which is funded indirectly by George Soros, and groomed by other organizations that are funded by these same people. And now you have the stupid Utah global diplomacy, which the UN backs that, the Department of State backed that. Now they're saying they don't. Like this sounds crazy, I know, but you can look this up. This is what's happening right now. And there's a chance because all this money laundering, all this big giant scam from these NGOs, it led to the assassination of Charlie Kirk. This is the real conspiracy right here. Not the bullshit. Yes, real text. You see how people say the camera shot Kirk? You hear about that?
Yeah, and Israel and whatever the hell.
They believe the camera behind him shot him, which is just we'll get to that in a second.
Yeah.
But yeah, this is a giant conspiracy. It sounds insane, I know, but you can fact check this. These groups are backing each other. They're all funded indirectly or directly. It's all interconnected, one way or the other. It's just batshit crazy. And you got the Chinese backing stuff. You have Cubans backing her. It's just, what are we doing here? It's like, why do we have an American NGO funding this, what's it called? Alliance for Global Justice, which has close ties to the Cuban government that are working with this militia group? Not good. Chance raising for 5. Was talking to one of my high school teachers who I thought was moderate. After Kirk died, she went full of resist lib and defended Massey because principles big L. Yeah, that's resist libs. They love Massey now. They love Massey.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, again, we don't know for sure if this group had involvement, but the more we hear about it, it sounds like they knew about something. So we'll see. Obviously, again, we gotta be clear about that. Don't do anything stupid. No, again, we condemn all violence. We don't want anything like that. Let the authorities do their job. Let investigators do their job. But it's looking more and more likely that because you have these big foundations funding the ACLU, this Tides Foundation, they indirectly led to the death of Charlie Kirk because they funded these radical organizations. So, correct mode for 2. The student group of pumpkin spice. I don't know what that is. Pumpkin spice lattes. I don't know what that is.
I guess I don't
know. This is pretty much a supervillain organization. I mean, I know it looks crazy, but that's what's happening here. All these bullshit NGOs working together. Again, I'm not saying that George Soros ordered a hit. That's delusional. That's like conspiracy land. That's crazy. But what is true is all this money is ending up in these organizations indirectly or directly. They're getting support. They're getting trained. They're getting backing by lunatic groups. It's not good. Not good. Occam's razor. Oh, we'll get Occam's razor in a second. All right. This whole Charlie Kirk thing. What?
Yeah, the Charlie Kirk. Oh wait, what was that?
Somebody asked, but this whole Charlie Kirk thing made the country redder. Oh, I agree. I mean, Trump's approval surging again. It's up like 10 points, like 5 points according to Rasmussen.
Unless you look at the Texas poll of the Hispanics and.
Yeah, but
it's bullshit.
And North Carolina poll. Oh, look at that. According to Harper Polling, this is post Kirk shooting, by the way. Whatley went up 3%. Cooper went down 1% since August. A 4-point shift in a month.
And yeah, wait? How much is I guess Cooper leading by?
He's up by only 4 now.
Oh, there you go.
It went from 8 points to 4 now. A 4-point shift in a month. And not just Cooper. Cooper went down 1%. Man Milk for 2. Will Massey join the deep? Oh gosh, the podcast bulwark. I don't know. American Nerd for 2. Soros is a real life Bond movie villain, basically. I mean, again, I'm not saying he ordered a hit. We don't want to start the conspiracy shit, but at some point, if these NGOs are funding this much shit, that's how the radicals get their power. That's how they get influence. So, not good. Let's see. K-Cub for 5. Meanwhile, back at the Legion of Evil, Mr. Soros sends money to lead revolution. Meanwhile, at the Hall of Justice, President Trump plans to stop him. Well, you have to stop this. Now, I don't think you can ban NGOs. I don't think you can, right?
Probably not.
Probably not.
Hawk Tua.
Oh, hello, Yay.
Hello there.
Good morning.
So, what's your thoughts on the conspiracy chart I sent earlier? We're going over that quickly.
Which one is this? I'm sorry.
It's the NGO chart I made quickly.
The schizo. I mean, it's a little schizo, but I mean, at the same time, I mean, the connections are there.
Yeah, it's actual connections, not
Or
the freaking
Soros.
bullshit ones. Yeah, I mean, this whole like Kirk thing it's making a lot of people go schizophrenic. Like, unironically, you have people believing the camera shot Kirk or something.
You have people believing to this day that Tyler Robinson was a conservative MAGA
Yeah.
Christian. I think
Let's
that's one of the bigger conspiracy theories to come out of this is that the guy who shot Charlie Kirk and called him a fascist is not a left-wing anti-fascist.
Wow, that's a surprise. I mean, no, I think he's a principled conservative.
I was gonna say, no, I think he shot Charlie Kirk because he was too evil and full of hate. Yeah, because he's principled, and principles say that you fight Nazis or whatever.
American Nerd for 2. Was this caused of Kirk or the Charlotte incident? Oh, for North Carolina? I think it's a bit of both. That's my take. The Kirk thing, that's changed a lot of people's minds, I think. A lot of people realize this is fucked, so.
What were we saying about North Carolina?
The North Carolina poll you posted.
Oh, yeah. Well, that's just like... Okay. I know it sounds like cope to say this, but I mean, it really isn't. Governors do have some crossover appeal, but the longer they're out of office and the more polarizing they are, the less crossover appeal they tend to have over time. Roy Cooper was popular because he was as insane as it is for it being a swing state, he was a potted plant governor because the North Carolina legislature could override all of his vetoes.
Yeah.
He was popular because he couldn't do anything. He was a figurehead. He's like Andy Bashir, except he's a little bit more powerful just because he doesn't have the Republicans don't have as large of a supermajority. I mean, I think it's like one seat in both chambers. So the idea of like he was never going to win by 6 points. 4 points doesn't seem unfair right now, but I think it's just going to get narrower, and I think that he's going to end up losing by about probably 2 points at the end of the day.
I actually agree with that. You know, I really do think, like, I know it's a little bit early for the Kirk thing, but I really think the Kirk thing is going to help Republicans with turnout.
Dude, especially in, like, I think it's going to be insane for Arizona.
Oh, Arizona, they're going to... Hobbs is screwed, I think. I think she's screwed. I mean, like, you're going to see Arizona turnout be, like, not presidential year, but damn close, I think. So, yeah, I think overall with North Carolina, I think that race is just... That's not what Democrats wanted to see, especially early on. I mean, guys... I like to look at the incumbent's number, or I should say the incumbent, but the what do you want to call Cooper in this race? The
governor,
the ultra popular incumbent.
Yeah, that's
popular governor.
Yeah, like the reason we want to look at that is because if incumbents are not pulling to like 50% right away, they're in deep shit. We saw that last year, obviously.
Yeah, Stein is polling at. 51. Oh, never mind. I'm sorry. Yeah, Stein's at 51%. Cooper was more popular than he was.
Yeah.
The fact that Cooper is at 46%, it's not great for Republicans that he's already above 45. But like at this point in the 2024 cycle, Larry Hogan was winning. I would remind people of that. And obviously, what happens is people get this. People have it. People are low propensity. They don't really pay attention to politics. They go, "Oh, I have a governor. My state's doing pretty okay. He doesn't say anything too controversial. He's pretty cool. He's in because incumbent governors almost never lose re-election. There's a reason only 2 have lost re-election in the last 6 years.
Yeah, it was like was it Sisolak and
It was Sisolak and the Democrat governor of Illinois in 2018.
No, Republican governor. You mean
that was a Republican governor in 2018?
Yeah,
I think one was corrupt and the other one, well, he had COVID.
Yeah, I mean,
yeah, the other one had to deal with COVID. Just fucking decimating Las Vegas.
When you lose a culinary union as a Democrat, you're screwed. So that's what exactly what happened.
Yeah, no, only two governors have lost re-election. Actually, no, because what was his name? Walker.
Yeah, okay, yeah, I guess it's 3.
Walker lost re-election as well. That's 3 in 6 years. Only one has lost in the last 4 years. governors are just popular in general.
Yeah.
Every single governor except for Kim Reynolds is positive right now, and they're like plus 20 positive.
Yeah, and the Kim Reynolds thing is stupid. So
as the campaign goes along, people hear about Roy Cooper talking about fucking transgender visibility and birthing people and shit in a Trump +3 socially conservative state. It's gonna go downhill for him. I think this is just the beginning. I don't know if that other polling is Libertarians or Green Party, but all things considered, I think whenever election day hits, I think Cooper's going to lose by probably 2 points.
I agree.
I'm locking it in.
Chance Raising for 5. Yeah, you would have loved Luke's rant at Thomas Massey yesterday. He legit channels inner Tyrone. It was glorious, and I'll choose that hill. Well, yeah, everybody's done with freaking Thomas Massey.
Oh, God. I just realized. Okay, so I tweeted about Corey Mills and the reasoning behind.
Do we gotta talk with that asshole?
And the reasoning behind his vote. Nancy Mace replied to me. Nancy Mace actually responded to me.
Are you serious?
Yeah, she responded to my tweet, which is hilarious because I've called her an attention whore before, but
I don't think I've ever publicly commented on Nancy Mace.
Nancy Mace is certainly Republican.
I've called her an attention whore and publicly endorsed Ralph Norman, and she still responds to my tweet.
She is a Republican of all time.
Yeah. Okay, let's talk about what the hell's going with Corey Mills. And this is sad.
Yeah. So basically, I'll just say this front. Okay. Well, I'll talk about what happened. So he voted again. He voted to table a measure to censure Ilhan Omar and Sherber for committees. And this is for comments that I think it's for a video that she reposted.
She reposted a video that the guy was trying to justify Charlie Kirk's murder. That was the video
which I think was the exact opposite of what I guess her social media team said on her account.
Yeah.
So because of this, there was a vote to censure her and strip her for committees. 4 Republicans voted to table it.
Yes.
Which were Mike Flood of Nebraska, Jeff Hurd of Colorado, Tom McClintock of California.
What the hell happened to that guy?
And Corey Mills of Florida. So here's the other thing. I mean, the other 3 are rhinos. McClintock, I think, had a pretty big downfall, and I think he's also
a top.
I think he's also one of the ones getting drawn out in the new California map.
I don't think he gives a shit now.
Yeah. So honestly, if the new map fails, you could just primary him out.
Yeah, Jeff Turd sucks. Mike Flood sucks, but Corey Mills, this one shocked me.
He was supposed to.
Yeah, the other thing is Hurd. I mean, Hurd is the only one that's in a competitive seat.
Not really.
Hurd is Colorado Springs, isn't he?
It's called no. I thought it was called. I know. I thought it was Colorado Springs, was it?
Yeah. That's it's Bobert's former district. It's not. I don't think it's that competitive. I think that was just a fluke with the freaking.
It's a lean Republican seat, but it's still. I mean, he's gonna do better. I think he only underperformed. I think he only underperformed last year because his opponent was supposed to be Boebert, so he raised a fuck ton of money.
Yeah, Trump.
Anyways,
Trump about 2 points better.
Yeah.
In 2024 than he did in 2020.
Yeah, it was just.
It's not a
it was just because of Frisch.
Yeah.
Frisch was.
Chad is saying some. Hurd is in Grand Junction to Pable. That's what I thought. Yeah.
Yeah, he's from. Yeah, he lives in Grand Junction.
I thought Hurd was Colorado Springs, but no, he's not. He's in a Trump +10 district that moved right from 2012. Which was that surprised me. I thought I'm pretty sure it's Pueblo doing that, but I could have sworn that district had moved left.
Yeah, Pueblo's red. I think Grand Junction's red too.
It was Romney +8, Trump +10.
But anyways, point. That's besides the point. Corey Mills, this is his final nail in the coffin. He was and actually, by the way, he only voted against this because he was also about to be censured.
What a
dumbass. And he made a deal with Democrats to where he would vote to table the Ilhan Omar censure so they could withdraw their censure against him, which they did. So
that's just comedically. That's just comedically.
When you have that plus his scandals, and he's scandal plagued now, I actually think Corey Mills is going to get primaried out.
Yeah,
I think he basically. I mean, he was already kind of vulnerable to begin with because Anthony Sabatini tweets about him pretty much on a daily basis,
every hour.
Yeah. And I actually think he's going to run against him. By the way,
Yeah,
I
he's
think
going
he's going
to.
to run against
He's
him.
going to.
But yeah, I think Corey Mills is already like skyrocketed to the top of one of like the vulnerable list. I think he is probably, maybe you could say, top 5 most vulnerable House incumbents
I
to a
think
primary
he's
challenger.
second right now. Actually, I think he's second.
Second to Massey, I would say I could. Well,
For
thing
the
is, Trump doesn't
House.
really.
For the
The thing is, I've
House.
heard Trump doesn't really like Sabatini.
Yeah, so
That's
because
what I've
the problem
heard.
with Sabatini is like he keeps putting his foot in his mouth. That's the problem with him. If he just like
Yeah.
kept his mouth shut, he probably would have got the nomination a couple years ago. But
Yeah, so I think, I mean, I don't know if Trump's going to endorse Mills. I don't think he will at this point.
he stays
Or
out of it.
or if he does, there's going to be a lot of base blowback. But I think he could try to recruit a challenger that's from the area that's not Sabatini, because I do think Sabatini's going to run. And he's not his own base, but I don't know if he'll get the Trump base out.
And now, for those that don't know about the scandals, it is like there's assault charges allegedly, and like he might have married like a bride and like a weird thing. It's a
He married a Muslim, and I think there was like a Muslim that officiated a wedding. And
wasn't he already married?
I mean, interfaith. It's whatever. I mean, Vance is married to a Hindu, so it's whatever.
Yeah, there's nothing wrong with the interfaith thing, but I thought he was already married.
Yeah, I don't know.
I've
But
got no
I
idea.
think the other thing is that I think his ex, there was something about revenge porn or something.
Yeah, that's why. Yeah.
So you have and here's the other thing: Florida's about to redistrict. They're about to redraw. Now, I don't think they're actually going to do this, but one of the proposals was that they would draw out Maxwell Frost so that Darren Soto would be the sole Orlando Democrat. Now, if they were to do this, that would be Corey. Now, I don't think they're going to do this, but if they were to do that, that would mean Corey Mills, his territory would probably be drawn into Northern Orlando, which would basically make him DOA with the scandals.
You know,
so
the downfall of Mills is sad because I remember talking to him a couple times. He was he understood what people wanted, but then he lost it the last year and a half. I don't know. It sucks.
Yeah, he was very solid representative. He was great last term. And he's been solid this year up till basically recently, and now he's screwed.
Yeah.
So basically, yes, I think Mills is going to get primaried out. I don't know who it will be. It may be Sabatini. I think Sabatini will run. I don't know if he'll actually be the one to primary him out. Florida is not a runoff state, I don't think. Or is it?
No, it's a runoff state, I thought.
Oh, it is?
Give me a second.
I think it's one of those states it's like 40% or something like that. I thought so. I could be mistaken, but
Florida got rid of its runoff elections in 2006.
Oh, okay.
Okay. Well, so you'll
Not
probably
even,
have a
it's not even 40%.
Yeah, actually, I think that makes sense because, I think when Mills won, it was by plurality.
All right. So
I think Sabatini got second place, but
yeah,
Mills
because I know about this because in 2018. Fuck. Anyways,
in
2018, Gillum won with like 30-something% of the vote.
All right.
I think even DeSantis won his primary in a plurality.
No, he got a majority. He killed him. I thought so. Okay.
Yeah, I think that was just because of the Trump endorsement. But anyways,
but super chat's gonna catch up to because chat's complaining. Anari for 5. Obama fussing with Kimmel firing on X. That mediocre affirmative action ex-president could shut the hole in his faith. Well, I mean, you talk about Obama. Remember what he did with the IRS? Did everybody just forget about that? Which, by the way, you guys see Justin Amash's tweet last night? You guys see?
I don't. I try not to pay attention to that individual.
Let me pull this up. So, Justin
he blocked Midnight Messenger. I know that.
He's a very dumb individual. This guy was the Thomas Massey before Thomas Massey, and he said, and this is an exact quote: MAGA Inc. is gradually building an un-American, anti-constitution, authoritarian system that ultimately will be leveraged against American conservatives, Christians, and people of faith. And all who support fundamental traditional American values, stop empowering the state.
Who has the Stone Toss comic? I think you guys know which one I'm talking about.
I know what you're talking about.
Where it goes, but if we use the power, what if the left uses it against us? And they're both like sitting there about to be executed by the left.
Where was this guy in Obama's term? Where was he?
He was talking about the fascist Mitt Romney.
Yeah, he's talking about the tax cuts, everybody.
And how Barack Obama was the principled moderate.
People gotta understand about Justin Amash. He's a fraudster. But back with Obama, It got so bad, the IRS had to apologize. It got that bad. Like, the IRS literally, it was a big scandal. They were targeting conservative groups. They had some bullshit tax charges. And he's like, oh, but what if the other side doesn't? The other side already did for 20 years. Every year the White House has been Democrat this century, Democrats have done the exact, even worse. They've done far worse than what Trump is doing right now. So, this dude is literally like 20 years behind the ball in this. So, Justin Amash, everybody. American Nerd for 2. Primary out Mills and Sabatini now. I like Mills, but it's over. He should just retire, if I'm being honest. Eric for 5. With Mills cooked, is DeSantis going to swallow his pride and endorse Donalds, or is he going to try to push his wife to run? There's no way he does at this point. Donalds is like, he's already a majority of the vote.
His wife isn't going to run. I thought that was like not disproven, but I thought like we said, like everyone decided a while ago that that just wasn't happening.
Yeah. Speaking of controversial congressmen, there's a certain fellow in Texas.
I had heard about this.
Oh yeah,
I
Tony
didn't know the
Gonzalez.
details of it, though.
Let me pull
I
up
don't.
this
Yeah, I
tweet.
don't think we can actually say everything, but there is a report from Current Revolt. It was hidden behind a paywall, but I will send the Kenny Webster tweet because he basically summed it up.
Oh, the post is unavailable. What the hell?
That means it might have been. Okay, something probably happened then.
Was that bullshit?
It might have been.
Okay, for those that don't know, allegedly Tony Gonzalez was having an affair with a woman, and it got really bad. And apparently, she
lit herself on fire.
She was having an affair with a staffer, and she
she lit herself on fire. Apparently.
Yeah, no. The Texas Rangers and Uvalde are investigating the death as possible homicide.
Well,
now that was a report from the Current Revolt. Kenny Webster caught wind of it. He posted about it, and I guess deleted it. So there was probably some. So it probably wasn't completely accurate. I don't know. Either way,
my guess is a pending investigation. They don't know.
Yeah, it may have just been some like rumors or something. So I don't know. Probably law enforcement told him to take it down. Maybe
the staffer is dead and was lit on fire, but we don't know. Like the affair thing may not have been true.
It might have been suicide. It might have been a homicide. Who knows? We don't know.
Either way, vote for Brandon Herrera for Congress.
Yeah.
I
think he's gonna win now this time. Chance Razik for 5. What is up with some once good reps losing their minds every year? First with Cheney, Kinzinger, now it's Massey and Mills. By the way, screw Amash. Well, it just Trump derangement syndrome. These people have TDS, like, to the extreme. Where's the left? Because they lost power. That's why they're losing shit. So,
well, apparently Corey Mills sent a threatening text to Nancy Mace last night.
Oh, Jesus.
That's cool.
Yeah, he's done.
He's lost. I have no clue what happened. He might have drank the Kool-Aid or something. I don't freaking know. Glitch Evie for 2. Who should be the Secretary of State under the Vance Rubio admin? I'm going to say Tulsi. That's my take.
That's an option, yeah.
It's certainly an option.
It's probably Tulsi. He could even keep Rubio if he's not VP.
He's VP. Let's cut the shit. He's VP.
That's probably the most likely option, all things considered.
I mean, like
what of him being VP or him staying as Secretary of State?
VP. I think Vance Rubio. They'd be retarded to not go
Trump
with that.
already confirmed it. He's like, yeah, it might be Vance Rubio. Yeah, it's Vance Rubio. When he says that,
it could be Tulsi though. It could even be Hegseth. Honestly,
they're not putting Hegseth in that position. No, they would be ridiculous too.
Now, question: do they have to reconfirm all the picks of the cabinet then, or what?
No.
Because it's a new it's a new presidency.
They might have to.
I don't think so because it's like I don't think they did under Bush. Bush won. I don't know.
Do we have precedent over it? Actually, did Bush one keep a lot of Reagan's picks?
I thought he did. All right, American Nerd for 2.
They do not. They serve at the pleasure of the president. It is standard to fire all cabinet members whenever a new president takes over. But if they want to keep members, they can stay if they're willing to, and there's no reconfirmation.
That's what I thought. Yeah. So that they're not going to change much. They might change like the chief of staff. It's probably going to be Stephen Miller. That's my guess.
It's interesting. Like theoretically, a cabinet position is a lifetime appointment.
Yeah.
But the president can dismiss you at any time.
My guess is
Yeah, so I think Susie Wiles is kind of old, so I mean she'll probably retire, and I think Stephen Miller will be the next chief of staff.
Good. American Nerd for 2. Congressman Brandon Herrera, here we come. Well, it's not to get too confident, but I think we're getting that direction.
Yeah, I think it's definitely possible. I mean, we just got to see how this blows over.
Okay, I do have to ask, is his new district, does it have more or less of San Antonio?
I think they kind of traded the southern part of San Antonio for the northern part.
Which northern San Antonio is, I would say northern San Antonio is probably a little more conservative. At least, I
think so.
All right, Chance Reyes.
Yeah, I mean it's still Wilgan. I mean Gonzalez lives in northern San Antonio, but I think it might be more of Herrera's base. I'm not sure.
Chance Reyes for 5. Did Amash actually back Obama over Romney in 2012, or was that a joke? Oh, that was a joke.
No, I was just making
That's the type of person though he is though. He probably would. Oh, Romney's not principled enough. We got to vote for Obama because
I would remind people that like cartoons like Family Guy and shit, they were labeling fucking John McCain as a fascist and a Nazi.
Yeah, remember they literally had like Stewie Griffin when he was like
Stewie with the McCain Palin sticker. Yeah,
wearing a certain uniform, certain uniform.
Yeah, now he's the savior of democracy.
Yeah, now he's praised by Mark Kelly as the savior of our great.
I think it was the governor. I think it was like Katie Hobbs. I think Katie Hobbs designated like a day for him.
He's a
which I think in like 26. I think in like 2016 she called him like a fascist or something. I don't know.
Probably.
Ben Sinnix for 2. Interactive polls on X has new poll in North Carolina Senate. Yeah, we saw that. It's not looking good for Cooper. American Nerd for 2. Who's Vance's current chief of staff right now? For the White House, it's Wiles, but for the vice president, I don't actually know. Who is his chief of staff?
Give me a second.
While you look that up. Cal Beckman for 20. Happy belated Constitution Day and happy birthday to my ancestor, George Reed.
It's Jacob Reeses.
Never heard of him.
For reasons. Something. I don't know. But he was I think he was the chief of staff to Vance in the Senate. As well.
Happy birthday, my ancestor George Reed, for signing the Declaration of Independence and drafting and ratifying the Constitution Bill of Rights. Oh, that's cool. We have an ancestor that signed the Constitution stuff. That's cool. But American Nerd.
My ancestors owned slaves in Texas.
Oh my.
Okay.
Thank you for that detail. American Nerd for 2. Republican Town from Family Guy was a great song. Well, yeah, they accidentally made it like based.
Well, yeah.
Modern day. Republican Town from Family Guy. If it's in the South, it went from like Romney plus 60 to Trump plus 20. If it was in the North, it went from Romney plus 30 to like Harris plus 40.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean you're not wrong. Okay, before we get into the conspiracy stuff with Charlie Kirk, because there's more of I got to debunk these people.
There's other stuff about Charlie Kirk.
Yep, we got breaking news, everybody. Erica Kirk has been elected the new CEO and chair of the board of the TPUSA.
Oh, yeah, I saw that.
Yeah, it's not surprising, but I did not expect this. I thought it would have been Tyler Bowyer, but this does make sense. I think this is also what Charlie wanted.
Yeah, that's what Charlie said, that if something happened to him, that this is what he would have wanted.
But my expectation was, I mean, now with Erica being a single mom, I thought she would have just focused 100% of her time.
I think she wants payback on these assholes.
Yeah, she probably does. I mean, I don't know how she's going to raise her kids now. I guess take them to the office with her.
Well, she can raise her kids still, but yeah, it's more difficult, obviously, without Charlie around. But she's not like, from that speech she gave, it was clear she's not going to go down without a fight against these people. So
yeah, so it does make a lot of sense that she's a new CEO. I definitely welcome it. There were a lot of people that were speculating that she'd run for office. I really don't think she will. Not anytime soon. Like, oh yeah, we should just run her for Senate in 2028. That's not happening. I think Erica Kirk probably will run for office one day, but I think she's probably going to wait for her kids to grow older.
Yeah.
So like they can care for themselves while she's in Washington. Yeah. Or maybe she can run for governor later on down the line. I don't know.
This is a good chat by Tom. She's the figurehead. Bauer does more of the dirty work. Yeah, I agree with that. It's Bauer's going to do the dirty work again. But
yeah, so Bauer will probably stay COO. And by the way, you need to make sure if Biggs gets elected that first thing he does is pardon Bauer.
Yeah. That's horseshit.
which I think he will. I think he will on day one. But that's besides the point.
Yeah. Let's see.
Also, speaking of polling, we need to talk about Texas.
Yeah, we'll get to Texas in a
this
little
time?
bit. Because there's a new Latino poll, and
it's not just that; it's also the Senate poll.
Latinx
yeah.
polling.
Yeah, Latinx polling that too. But yeah, I do think overall with Erica, I'm not surprised by this. The way she talked, it sounded like she was gonna do this, and now she's in charge, and she's gonna hopefully these people hopefully she makes sure these people never win again. So
I think it also makes her CEO a turning point action as well.
Yeah, I'm assuming that too. So
which I thought early on it would have probably been Scott Presler taking over, but
they probably to work
I think he wants.
now.
I think he wants to. Well, I mean, they could merge maybe, but I think it looks like he wants to kind of stick with his own organization, which is Early Vote Action, I believe.
Okay, let's talk about Texas real quick before we get into the schizo stuff.
Yes, there was 2 polls. I'll talk about the Senate one
first.
Where's
where they at?
I thought I sent them earlier. You probably got to scroll all the way up.
But hell am I? Oh, there it is. Harry Enton.
So, yes, this is it's interactive polls. This is a Wesley Hunt internal, but it does show in the in a freeway race. Excuse me. So Ken Paxton 38, John Cornyn 28, Wesley Hunt 23. In a head-to-head, Wesley Hunt beats Paxton by 1, and he beats Cornyn by 9.
Not surprised.
So obviously, people do not want Cornyn whatsoever.
I was gonna say, I feel like I feel like Paxton versus Hunt should have been the matchup from the beginning. I'm not like Cornyn should realize he's
done. I mean,
she's so comedically unpopular with Republicans. He needs to just give up.
Paxton, because he's undecided, so they're not going to vote for Cornyn. I highly doubt it. Like they may not be happy.
If Trump solely endorses Cornyn, some of them might just say, "Screw it, I'll vote for Cornyn because Trump wants me to." But
we'll see.
It probably wouldn't be a blowout even in a runoff. But either way, I think. I know this is an internal, but this is good. Sorry, I have a cold. I think the main goal, if Wesley Hunt jumps in, should be to lock Cornyn out of a runoff because it would 100% go to a runoff.
Yeah. Unless Trump gets
that should be the main goal. That should be the main goal right there. I think a Hunt versus Paxton runoff is the ideal scenario.
Guard Cornyn with shit. Target him.
Yeah, because I would prefer Paxton in the Senate, but I would be perfectly fine with Wesley Hunt. I think he's an acceptable alternative. In fact, I think in a freeway race, I would actually vote for Wesley Hunt.
Yeah, just
to make sure Cornyn doesn't go to a runoff.
Yeah,
because Paxton's going to go to a runoff either way.
Because if it's a runoff with Cornyn, you know how many Democrats are going to vote in that primary.
That's not going to happen.
Well, okay, wait. Here's the thing: if they vote in round 1 as a Democrat, they cannot vote in round 2 as a Republican.
I forgot about that.
And you still have to remember, Democrats now have a competitive primary of their own.
Democrats also have their own primary.
Because now you have Allred versus Tallarico, and you have Allred and Tallarico, and there is a third candidate too. There's Terry Verts, who's an astronaut. Now, he's probably polling in a distant third, but he's still got a decent amount of money because he was the sole big candidate for a while until Allred jumped in. So, assuming he stays in the race, it will almost certainly go to a runoff.
Yes, I think just if we have a 3-way shitfest, I would say vote for Hunt in the first round. That's my take.
Yeah, that's what I'm doing. I'm voting for Hunt. I'm probably going to be a Hunt-Paxton voter, but I can be convinced to vote for Hunt in the runoff for electability concerns. I probably need to see who the Democrats end up nominating, or I guess who's polling. Because if it's Allred, I'd probably vote for Hunt. If it's Tallarico, I think I'd be more inclined to vote for Paxton in a runoff.
Yeah, Tallarico is funny because people keep talking about him, and all he is just a regular Democrat, except he leans more on Bible verses to justify mass abortion and taking away your guns.
Yeah, that's very.
He's not a convincing candidate, in any capacity.
I'm sure.
he is. I mean, I will say this: he is the rising star of the Texas Democratic Party, 100%.
Until he
This guy's
loses
got
a
a
blue
massive
wave by
following,
8
and I will
points.
say, I mean, even though his rallies still draw the nursing home crowd, they probably still do skew a little younger than all red rallies.
That's not really saying much.
Well, I mean, there's probably he's probably more likely to draw in some young people more so than all red.
You know, I find it funny that Democrats now realize that they have old people as their base. Like, the Democrats are just now realizing, oh, look at all these old people showing at these rallies.
I mean, literally one of the funniest pictures I saw was Maxwell Frost speaking at a town hall, and he's supposed to be like the voice of the Gen Z Democrats, and he still can only draw in a nursing home crowd.
Old ass white people. That's all they can bring in. Old ass white people, even Florida.
That's all that exists in Florida. It's
That's
like
fair enough.
it's black people on the Gold Coast, and then it's old people. It's old white people. Besides that, because Hispanics vote for Republicans in Florida.
Oh my gosh, average age.
And then in Orlando, you got like your Disney adults.
All right, guys, big news from Daily Mail. Charlie Kirk killer Tyler Robinson played Furry Shades of Gay video game.
Wow. Anyways.
Okay, can we have a second flood?
I think we've already established.
Check general.
That it was a.
I want to check general. Hell nah.
Check general.
Oh my! I'm not gonna. Anyways.
Hey, Rap, put that on stream, please. Thank you.
No.
No.
I don't want to get taken out.
Say, though, I think we've already made it perfectly clear that Charlie Kirk shooter was a furry. Let's just be real.
Well, speaking of Charlie Kirk, I gotta quickly debunk this. I'm getting so sick and tired of these conspiratards.
It wasn't Israel, guys. It wasn't Israel.
Let's start with one thing. I want to be clear about one thing, okay? It's good to be skeptical. There's no issue trying to be skeptical about things because there's always a lot of bullshit. But,
I mean, there definitely was more than one person involved.
Oh, yeah, 100%.
I mean, okay, one person pulled the trigger, but there were multiple people involved.
Yeah, I mean, like, there's some people alleging that there might have been a driver involved. Like, that's entirely possible. Like, looking at that. Looking at the NGOs. There's a conspiracy there. But this bullshit conspiracy where... I mean, this is... Again, I'm not going to show the full video. I don't think...
Now, we're not saying George Soros himself drove him over to UVU, but...
Yeah, he didn't. Supposedly. We'll see. Where is George Soros?
On the contrary, I think George Soros taught him how to fire that rifle.
Okay, this is the new conspiracy. This is what they're pushing because they want it to be Israel or whatever. I don't even know what they want at this point. Like they
want it to be Israel. They want it to be the Jews. They want it to be Mossad. They want it to be all whatever the fuck.
Again, the conspiracies are good. Like, yes, Israel does fucked up stuff. Like, yeah, you can be anti-Israel, whatever. But like, again, the whole base of the theory doesn't make sense. It's like Kirk was still pro-Israel.
You've got to understand. The people that are saying that Israel killed Charlie Kirk are people whose entire life obsession, the only thing they ever think about is Jews, Israel, and Mossad.
Sure.
I don't like using this turn of phrase because it's used by retards. I don't like using this phrase because it's used by retards. But if all you have is a hammer, everything looks like a nail. Kind of applies in this case. If all you think about is Israel, all you think about is Mossad and the Jews, you're going to see an assassination and go, he talked about Israel and then became a little less pro-Israel over time. This means that they killed him.
Why? Like,
I mean, even Candace Owens, who, by the way, I've learned that like she and Charlie Kirk kind of had a falling out.
She didn't mention that part. I don't care. You say ignore Candace Owens. That's horseshit. What she was trying to pull. Oh, my best friend Charlie Kirk. You are using that as attention. Go fuck yourself. That's horseshit. The first thing you do when he dies is make it about this grand conspiracy, this bullshit anonymous source, when even Nick Fuentes is saying it's horseshit. Like, guys.
I was going to say, if Nick Fuentes is disavowing a theory that Jewish people were behind something,
it's bullshit.
It's probably bullshit. I'm going to be honest with you.
Jews, it wasn't Israel. It wasn't Mossad. It was a furry with a transgender boyfriend.
Again, guys, like, listen, if there was any shred of evidence, fine, show it. You know what their evidence is? That it was somehow like a second shooter and there's, the Israelis did it. You want to know what
someone pulling an SD card out of a camera.
Yeah, this right here is a real video. Again, the video, it doesn't show like Kirk getting shot at, but like, okay, there was a camera behind him, okay? It was angled downwards. All right.
Well, yeah, I'm pretty sure that camera is also the one that films the students that are debating.
Yeah, that's what I thought. And everybody's making a big deal with this guy that quickly took it down, and then he pulled something out of it. You know the first thing people said what it was they took out of the camera?
Camo, I think.
They said it was a gun inside of the camera.
Ah.
Yeah. There's those. No, I'm not gonna say it. The
Again,
J word.
Yeah, like they claimed it was a gun inside of the camera, which again the angle doesn't even make any sense. And people heard, like, what the hell are these people talking about? And this guy took it out. The SD card, what is probably an SD card, guys. These cameras, they have SD card. He just took it out, and he probably gave it to the police.
I would say, I assume that was probably someone on Kirk's team who wanted to pull the SD card before some other dude, some random person, could go grab probably the closest, most high-quality snuff film that's been recorded in decades.
Yeah.
Which will probably never be released to the public, by the way.
No,
that went straight to the authorities, and it's probably in the FBI's hands right now. Also, Rep, I sent you something.
Yeah, I saw that. But these schizophrenics, they want like the 4K footage of him getting shot. Like, what the hell's wrong with you?
They're bloodthirsty. They just
there's 20 different angles on the left side, right side, center side. It's all showing the same thing. The guy shot in front of him. This angled conspiracy where the camera was aiming down. That means he got shot that way.
Honestly, at least the grassy knoll theory probably had some legs to stand on, but this one is just bullshit.
It's hyper skepticism, and guess what? This shit. When again, Nick Fuentes is saying this is bullshit.
I didn't get a high. That's crazy. Fuck you guys.
So Tyrone, what's your thoughts
on?
What's your thoughts on the gun, the camera behind Charlie Kirk having a gun in it that shot him?
The what?
So the new theory is there's a camera behind Charlie Kirk, right? They're claiming.
Oh, is this more retarded? Is this more retarded fucking like norm-growing anti-Semitic nonsense?
They're claiming there was a gun inside the camera that shot Kirk.
Planted by the never mind.
Who frickin' like at this point ignore these people. And you know what we should focus on, everybody? Focus on these NGOs.
Nobody should be listening to these people. The conspiracy theories are a distraction from what actually matters.
The Epstein files.
It doesn't matter who. It actually does. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter how Charlie Kirk was killed. What matters is that he was murdered by a Antifa left-wing extremist terrorist.
Furry.
An innocent man was murdered by an entire terrorist network of Canadian, Cuban, and Chinese
I forgot about the Canadian
transgender
thing.
activists.
I forgot about the Canadian thing. Holy shit.
It doesn't matter how he was killed, what the gun was. What we need to do now is honor Charlie Kirk's memory and go after the NGOs, go after the left-wing cells within the federal government, FBI, CIA, DOJ, DHS. We need to go after these people because that's what actually matters here.
Yeah.
If we had functional security and a functional federal government, Charlie Kirk would have never been killed. It doesn't fucking matter. And all of these conspiracies around him exist solely to detract from what actually matters. Because people want to seem smarter than they actually are in our natural condition.
Okay. Chances for 2, even Nick Fuentes says these conspiracy theories are nuts. Yeah, when he's saying it's bullshit. American Nerd for 2. Candace Owens, a massive grifter. American Nerd for 2. They want to make it a new Zapruder film. Oh, gosh.
By the way, news from Washington, D.C. Eric Swalwell's wearing a Jimmy Kimmel hat.
God. This is a good point by Tom. Israel has literally zero reason to kill Kirk when he's the one holding back his young supporters from hating Israel. This boomer paranoia of foreign influence is so retarded the enemy is with it. Yeah, again, let's be clear that they've done fucked up stuff. Let's be clear about that. It's not like, oh, they've done nothing. No, like, let's be clear, they've done shit. But this grand conspiracy where the camera behind him shot him, that the guy on this roof was a psyop. He was just sitting there, guys. He was just sitting on the roof, everybody. I wonder why.
Yeah, Graphical 2.0.
I hate conspiracy theorists so much. Conspiracy theorists one major win in 2020, 2021 with the vaccines from COVID. And they have used this abuse of lack of trust in institutions to just promote the most deranged shit imaginable. Conspiracy theories of such a degree are seldom true. It's called Occam's razor, guys.
Yep.
Occam's razor explains a lot of things.
Literally, it's like...
I am not a fan of the COVID mandates. I am not a fan of many things the left has done. But we are not conspiracy theorists. Vaccines work.
Okay.
Outside the COVID vaccines.
Okay, anyways, Tyrone, stop.
And there was no weird, elaborate fucking scheme to kill Charlie Kirk by XYZ, whether it was the dancing people or whatnot. He was killed.
I'm about to kick you from stream. Chance for 5. Tyrone, go watch yesterday's stream. Luke went off. It sounded like you. It was absolutely epic. JW for 10. Antifa literally sent out a midwit newsletter saying that it looks like murder is only galvanizing support, and they should instead try to use Israel's wedge to divide us. Yeah, I mean, they're literally pushing that shit. The left is trying to make it about Israel. Like, oh, guys, quick. There's the camera behind him. Somebody took the SD card out of it. It was actually a gun. These people are insane. These people are batshit crazy. So, yeah.
By the way, you know what I want at the 2028 RNC?
What?
I want these JD Vance balls.
Oh my gosh. I'm gonna put this on stream.
The ones at the protests in London. You know what? Get rid of the swap out the balloons that drop after the acceptance speech and replace them with these JD Vance balls.
Oh my gosh.
We will win in a landslide if we do that.
The Vance memes are glorious. And damn well Vance has seen all of them. He knows.
This was all that the...
I know he knows. I'm friends with his digital comms director. He knows all of these memes. They have a group chat for it on Twitter.
It's great.
This is by the way, this was all that the London protesters had against JD Vance. It was like this, and they made like a bunch of couch references, like...
Bruh. What am I looking at? The London protests.
People still give a shit about the couch theory? Yes. That's insane.
Let's see here. Have you heard about any info about the 2026 RNC convention? They're doing it. We don't know where or when, but they're doing it next year.
If I had to guess where, it's going to be in Phoenix.
It's going to be Phoenix.
And I am like very confident it's going to be in Phoenix because if they're going to do it to honor Charlie's legacy, they're holding it in Phoenix.
Yeah.
I'm like 90% sure it's going to be Phoenix. If it weren't for that, it probably would have been in like Charlotte or probably maybe Detroit or something. But I think Phoenix. It's going to be Phoenix.
I think it's going to be Phoenix, and they might even change 2028's RNC to Phoenix. We'll see.
That's possible. I honestly I prefer for them to keep it in Houston, just out of bias.
Oh yeah. Gee, I wonder why.
But it wouldn't surprise me if they changed it to Phoenix, but I don't know if they want to hold the RNC 2 times in a row in Phoenix.
We'll see.
Oh.
K-Cub for 5. Guys, it'll make sense. A camera behind Kirk shot him, which explains why he fell backwards to the left. It's called physics. We were bozos. Yeah, it's like he fell backwards. He like, what the fuck are these people talking about?
Oh, but Kennedy fell backwards when he was shot from behind.
Charlotte. That's another good one.
Well, I already said Charlotte would have probably been it before the assassination. But I think I was even thinking that before the light rail incidents. Because, Michael Watley.
Make Charlotte 2028.
could be plausible. I'd probably prefer it to be in the Rust. I mean, if it's not Houston, I'd probably prefer it to be in the Rust Belt in 2028, but like Detroit or
Make it
something.
in Houston so I can actually fucking attend an RNC for once in my life.
All right.
Yeah, that's what I was saying for totally unbiased reasons.
Yeah.
Oh, actually, no. You know what they need? You know where they should make it if we're gonna put it in Texas?
Where?
Austin.
No, I was gonna say San Antonio.
Yeah,
San
that'd be a
Antonio
good
is
spot, honestly.
again.
That'd be a good spot, honestly.
I mean, it's in the center of the state. It's right along I-35. It's like what, the third biggest city in Texas?
Second biggest city limit, third biggest metro.
Yeah, it's literally right along I-10 and I-35. People could come in. It would be a great spot. It'd be an amazing spot. And there's a lot that San Antonio has to offer. So yeah, my vote would be like San Antonio. Plus, it's like the fastest rightward shifting city in major city in Texas.
That is true.
Dallas, Fort Worth are more red, but have stagnated. Houston is moving rapidly, but it's fucking Houston.
Here's a hot take where they should hold one. All right, what if they hold one in Chicago?
Pritzker would never let it happen.
Fucking ball. Who gives a shit? Grand Rapids? It wouldn't be Grand Rapids, Michigan.
Okay, I'm clocking back into work. Another busy day of deporting everybody. Goodbye.
All right, let's go.
All right, so if anybody got any more super chats, any more questions, concerns, whatever, send them now.
What else was I going to bring up here? I think there was also that one Texas poll with like the Hispanics.
Yeah,
or something.
I pulled up on stream. I'm not really looking at those polls because they can swing a lot, and then even Rasmussen says Trump's approval up by 5 points overnight. It's crazy.
Oh wait, should we talk about Virginia too?
We talked about that a little bit.
That was before the stream though, but like
but basically, we're losing Virginia by a couple points, obviously. So
what else is there? I feel like there's something I'm missing, but I gotta look through it.
American Nerd for 2. RNC 2028 was already decided in 22. It's Houston. I know, but they could change it. Let's cut the shit. They could change any time. They technically did in 2020. Now that was a little bit different, but yeah.
Well, that was for reasons beyond their control.
I know. But they can fuck around with the schedule and stuff. They'd be like, oh, Houston, you get it 2030.
That could be decent for midterms, but Houston's kind of on the right track, so I don't really know if there's a reason to
juice up turnout.
Maybe.
Let's see here. Don't do them in Virginia, we'll see. The cause of civil war was held in Chicago, that's real. Ooh, Honolulu. Hawaii's still two Democrats, but
that's way too far for anybody to get there. Hawaii probably shouldn't even be a state. Like, let's be real.
We'll see.
Like, we took it in, we made it rich. They can be their own country now if they want.
Have fun. What's your thoughts on Missouri redistricting passing the Senate? Do you think there'll be issue with people reporting that one non? Oh yeah, they're gonna fix that.
Oh, that one they gotta fix that one precinct error and then repass it.
It's not gonna change much. Savannah, Georgia, Fairbanks, Alaska, Portland. They're never guys. Unless they literally install martial law in Portland, they're never gonna have it in Portland. No way. They would need martial law in those cities like Portland or Seattle.
Probably not even Portland, Maine, for that matter.
Yeah, in Portland, Maine. That's.
I mean, Portland, Maine. Portland, Maine's too small, but it's also it's not really Antifa country, but it's boomer lib country.
Can you imagine trying to do one in Portland, Oregon? Oh my gosh, that would be a shit show.
I think Multnomah County actually moved left from 2020.
Yeah, that's who you're dealing with here. So.
I think a lot of that is just liberals from Texas moving up there.
Yeah. American Order for 2. Should the RNC be in a swing state like Pennsylvania? They try to be in swing states. That's why I question Houston, but...
Oh, yeah, there was a news story that we didn't talk about. In Louisiana, the AG survived an assassination attempt.
Well, it was an assassination. Do we know for sure it was an assassination attempt?
It was basically an assassination attempt. There was never a shot, but the guy had a gun and was trying to find her off.
It's hey, where's the Attorney General at? I have my gun here. What? Gee, I wonder what he was trying to do.
Yeah, I just want to show her my gun. Yeah, no, this guy's. It was an assassination attempt, and no one was hurt. He was arrested before he could even find her. So,
ooh, this is an interesting one. Salt Lake City.
That's not really worth it. I mean,
Yeah,
it's already insanely Republican states, like, and it's also kind of isolated. Like, it's still several hours by car from any other major city that would be better, like Vegas or Phoenix. And you obviously don't want to hold a convention like Denver, anyways. That's
yeah. All right.
um.
I think that's it. I probably do gotta get going, everybody. If anybody, I think that's it. Actually, yep. We comment super chats. So if you guys did enjoy today's stream, smash the like button down below, subscribe, share with your friends, and of course, join the channel today. There will be a video later today, and there won't be a stream tomorrow. So see you guys next week. I think that's everything. Yep. So yeah. This probably will be the final stream. Well, actually, it won't be because
Apparently, the Blaze is probably about to release more to about Corey Mills.
Oh boy. Great. One more thing. My top 3 picks have RNC: Las Vegas, Scranton, Pennsylvania, Phoenix. I think it's be Phoenix. I think it's be Phoenix now.
Scranton would be interesting, but it's too small. Like
yeah.
you need a big arena for that, and the arena they have there is like mid-sized. It's not going to be.
Maybe they do a city like Pittsburgh if it's Pennsylvania.
I could see Pittsburgh.
Or,
I could see Pittsburgh.
Is there kind of a halfway big city in like the middle of the state?
The biggest, I mean, probably more the arena size they need. Like the biggest arena between Philadelphia and Pittsburgh is in State College.
Yeah,
but I think if they were going to try and target Eastern Pennsylvania, I would say Philadelphia.
Yeah, it would be Philly.
And actually, I think Philadelphia would be perfect because not only would you be trying to, get Pennsylvania, you'd also be trying to aim for New Jersey with that.
Well, yeah. What if we had a convention in New Jersey?
I mean, as far as arenas, it'd probably be like Atlantic City or Newark, but I think Philadelphia would be perfect.
Yeah.
I think they should hold in Philadelphia.
Okay, so I think that's it, everybody. Thank you all so much for watching. We'll see you guys in the next stream, video, or wherever you see us at.
Breaking news. U.S. Senate has unanimously established October 14th, 2025 as National Day of Remembrance for Charlie Kirk, which is his birthday.
Oh, really?
Ironically, yeah. They
the
just
same day as George Floyd's birthday.
Yeah, that's what I was about to say. Yeah, yeah.
Boy,
so you're gonna have Charlie Kirk Remembrance Day on the same day as George Floyd Remembrance Day. Well, actually, George Floyd Remembrance Day is more like on his death day. But
yeah, the schizophrenics should have a field day with that one.
Anyways, Godspeed to all of you.
Yeah, I gotta get going, everybody. Thank you all so much.